Alright, welcome to Lesson 5, Train to Build Muscle. In the last lesson we covered exercise basics, cardio and resistance training, and the 3 principles of exercise: adaptation, specificity, and progressive overload. In this lesson I'm going to show you how to apply those principles to resistance training and exactly how to train to build muscle. Now at this point I could give you just some copy and paste beginner routine and you'd probably get good results, but I want to build the foundation by going a little deeper. So this is super important and a huge part of a lifestyle change that I pray will be part of your life forever. So I want you to understand why we do what we do. Fair warning, I do go in depth, but I move pretty quick, so feel free to pause or take notes or rewind or watch this lesson a few times to really make this a part of your new lifestyle. Part 1. Let's start with a quick lesson on body mechanics. Your body is a masterpiece, wonderfully created by God. From our head to our toes, the human body has 206 bones that provide support and structure for our bodies. Bones are connected by joints, which allow our bodies to move. Some joints are like hinges, such as knees and elbows. Others allow for more complicated movement, such as the shoulder and hip joint. Bones are fastened to other bones by ligaments, and bones are connected to muscles by tendons. There are more than 650 muscles in your body, which make up about half a person's body weight. There are 3 types of muscle. Smooth muscle is what makes up our digestive system and is also found in the walls of blood vessels. Cardiac muscle is unique to the heart, and skeletal muscles are what hold our bones together and allow us to move and get around and exercise. Inside your body is all your internal organs, and outside your body is your single largest organ, your skin, with a total area of about 20 square feet. Skin protects us and helps regulate body temperature. Our bodies move and bend in just about every direction possible. When we work out, it's important to work out every major muscle group that's in our body. That way our body develops proportionate and symmetrical. With that in mind, I've divided exercise movements into 6 basic movements: push, pull, and lift for the upper body, and squat, bend, and extend for our lower body and core. There's a variety of exercises for each movement. So I'll go over each movement and give you a few examples of exercises for each one. When putting together your routine, you want to make sure you include at least one exercise for each movement. We'll start with push. As the name suggests, pushing exercises involve movements where you push the weight away from your body. These exercises focus on the chest, shoulders, and triceps. Exercises include bench press or push-ups, incline bench press, and dips. Pull. Pulling exercises are movements where you're pulling the weight toward your body. These exercises primarily use the biceps and back muscles. Exercises include bent over rows, seated cable rows, pull-ups, and lat pull-downs. Lift. Lifting exercises are where you lift the weight using your shoulder muscles. Exercises include upright rows and lateral raises. Squat. Squatting, as you might guess, is any exercise where you're using your lower body to move the weight from a squatting position to a standing position. Squatting exercises use primarily quadriceps and use hamstrings and glutes more or less depending on foot positioning and the specific exercise. Squatting exercises include the barbell squat, lunges, and leg press. Bend. Bending exercises are for your core and your abs specifically. Bending means you're using your core to bend your body from a straight position to a bent position. Exercises include crunches, knee raises, and leg raises. Extend. Extend is for your core also, focusing on your lower back muscles. Think of it as the opposite of bending exercises, where you're moving your body from a bent position to a straight position. Exercises include the cobra and back extensions. I know you're eager to try out some of these moves, but first, a word about safety. Number 1, warm up properly. That means before you touch a single weight, do 5 to 10 minutes of low intensity cardio to get your blood flowing and elevate your core body temperature. This is called the general warm-up. For your specific warm-up, use a weight that is 75 to 80% of your working weight in that particular exercise. Now, I'll go more into detail a little later, but just for now, warming up increases blood flow, lubricates your joints, and makes your muscles more pliable and less susceptible to injury. Number 2, focus on form. My mantra is slow and controlled. Everyone that I train hears that over and over, slow and controlled. When you try an exercise out for the first time, use little to no weight, and good form means aligning your body correctly and moving smoothly through an exercise. Focus on performing slow and controlled concentric and eccentric movements. Concentric means when you lift the weight, and eccentric is when you're lowering the weight. Both should be slow and controlled, and once you know how to move with good form, then you can add some weight to challenge your muscles. Number 3, use full range of motion. That means lifting the weight as far as anatomically possible, then lowering the weight as far as anatomically possible. This develops strength of the muscles at all points of the motion and decreases the chance of injury. Number 4, if something doesn't feel right, stop. If you feel a sharp pain or a pinching, or you hear a pop during a movement, or it just doesn't feel quite right, stop. You may need to find an alternative exercise that works better for your body, or stop altogether if you discover you're injured. Number 5 is proper breathing during exercise. Never hold your breath. Exhale as you lift the weight, concentric, and inhale as you lower the weight, eccentric. But never hold your breath. And the last one, number 6, use safety arms or a spotter when bench pressing or squatting. A spotter is a workout partner there to spot you as you do your set. If the weight becomes too heavy toward the end of the set, he or she is there to help you. If you work out alone, safety arms are set up to catch the weight should it become too heavy for you. Okay, that's it for part 1. In part 2, I'm going to show you how to use the 3 principles of exercise, namely adaptation, specificity, and progressive overload, to train to build muscle in the most effective way. So I'll see you right here for part 2.